The truth is, when clients are looking for a photographer to hire, they want to see consistency. They want to see a coherent style in that person's work, which makes them predictable. I know this because ever since I started to establish a unique, creative, and consistent style in my work, I've been able to land regular clients, work for people like brands, models, individuals, people with personal branding, all that type of stuff. But how do you find that style? How do you get to a point in your portfolio where it's unique and it stands out to other photographers? And how do you get to that point as quickly as possible so you can start by landing these high quality clients that you've always wanted to land? Let me tell you exactly how to do that in this video. And if you want more advanced and more personal guidance into making money as a photographer, my program, which is top link below, would be perfect for you. I will give you the blueprint to building up a profitable photography business, guaranteeing your next client booking. So if you're interested in that, click the top link below for more details. But for now, let's get back into the video. I personally found my style in just under 2 years of doing portrait photography, which is the main reason why I land regular clients. And this is what I did. I just tried everything. I experimented as much as possible while shooting as much as possible. Like, I would literally do a photo shoot like every week, sometimes twice a week, once a week, every other day. Like, I was shooting a lot. If it was paid shoots, if it was collaborative shoots, like free portfolio building shoots, it doesn't matter. I was shooting a shit tons. So how would I organize these shoots, you may ask? It's quite simple just to say do a bunch of shoots. So how do I organize it? Well, I'll simply just cold outreach. Like, I would literally just message so many models on Instagram, because at the time I didn't really know any models. I would even message people that, like my friends that didn't really model, but I felt like would be good to model with. I did that. I was just doing everything basically in my power to find someone to take photos of. I did any sort of lighting technique that I wanted to try. I worked with all sorts of different types of models. Like, obviously through that experience and through me like doing more shoots, I was able to get more traction onto my Instagram and people following me and making those connections with other people in the industry. I did all these random photo shoot concepts that I just thought of that I wanted to do that appealed to me. Like, it wasn't really consistent at all. Like, a lot of the concepts had were completely different to one another. But again, when you're in this more experimental phase, it's not really about being super specific. Obviously you want to get to that point, that's the reason why you're going through this phase. But for right now, it's just about just doing anything, just doing as much as possible, finding out what you like the most. I shot with prime lenses, I shot with zoom lenses, I was doing lens filters for like more in-camera effects. I was doing moody lighting and something more beauty and like attractive type of lighting. I was doing different types of styling, something more punk vibes, something more, again, more beauty or commercialized. I was doing something more experimental and like unorthodox. Different types of models. I was going for female models, male models, different types of body types, different types of style, like more a model with more like an editorial, typical fashion editorial look. Someone who's more, another one would be more, someone who's more of the more beauty side, so who's just generally objectively more attractive and like less of that fashion look, but more that, I don't know, whatever look it is. Like, I was trying everything. I was doing photo shoots on a bigger scale where I was hiring out a studio, getting all this camera gear and lighting gear, getting a big team involved, like a stylist, makeup artist, decent amount of crew helping me out. I did photo shoots on a smaller scale too, where it was more intimate and it was just me and the model, maybe one assistant, maybe it's more just me and the model. Very minimalistic setup of just 2 or 1 light. I just wanted to experience as many styles and ways of shooting in the portrait photography genre as possible, because I wanted to truly find out what I liked, what I disliked, what I resonated with the most, because you don't really know what you like until you try it. Like I said this before, I think that your photography is like your relationships. Like, you think that you like this type of person in a partner, you think you like this type of person in a boyfriend or in a girlfriend or whatever, but then you get with that person and it's like, they have the qualities that you thought you wanted, and you might realize, actually, I don't really like that. Like, I actually don't really like, or let's say you didn't even know that you liked it or not, and you found out, actually, I really hate this type of aspect or characteristic in a girlfriend or in a boyfriend, but you didn't really know that before until you tried it. Same with your photography. You won't know if you don't like that type of lighting or that type of theme or type of model or whatever until you've done that photo shoot with that person, with that style of shooting, and then you can find out, okay, do I actually like it? Do I dislike it? I don't know. And the thing is, I think I could have found my style in a much quicker way if I knew exactly from the start what type of work I wanted to create someday. Because I think I better simply ask myself, what are my dream shoots? Like, what is that dream job, that dream client that you want to work for someday? If I had that answer in my head from the start, it wouldn't have taken me how long it did. Like, I would have done it in much quicker succession if I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And I didn't have to do so many shoots. Like, again, I did a shoot basically every other week for like a year. Every week for like a year. Imagine that, you did that many photo shoots with that many people. But I still think if you answer that question for yourself, like what is your dream client, what is that dream shoot, you still want to do as much as possible, because even then you may not like it, or you want to try a lot of it out until you find out, do I actually really like this, do I not like it? Yeah, you just need to take action, because I think that's the whole message of this video about experimenting, about doing as much as possible. Just take action. Like, stop going on Pinterest looking for inspiration and like pinning your favorite photos, and you have a whole board of photos that you want to kind of replicate, but you're not doing anything about it. Like, of course you're not making progress because you're not doing anything about it. Like, for me, like, I started pursuing portrait photography like properly at the start of 2024, but for like good like 2 years before that, like, I wanted to kind of pursue it. I had an idea of doing something like portraits and fashion, but it didn't go far at all because I didn't do the shoots. I was just going on Pinterest, like you're probably doing, going on Pinterest and being like, that's a cool photo, I want to do something like this, but like not going out my way to like actually try and get it done. I think it's extremely easy to organize a photo shoot. Like, for me, obviously right now it's quite easy for me to, if I wanted to organize a portfolio building shoot, I could do it very easily because of the connections that I made. But even back then, when it was like over a year ago or 2 years ago, even then when I had like no portfolio, I was still finding it very easy to find people to work with. It is a little bit harder than now, but I still found it quite easy to find people to work with because I actually went out there, I messaged a bunch of people, and I did what I needed to do to find a model or a team for that photo shoot. Because I have a student on my photography program, by the way, top link below if you want to check it out. And he's from Burlington, Ontario, which is like this small city in Canada. Like, it's a major city. You probably haven't even heard of it until I just said it right now. And he finds it quite easy to find a model, to find a makeup artist to work with. Like, he doesn't have like, there isn't this massive fashion scene in where he lives or anything like that. Like, it's a quite small city and area. It's quite low key. Yeah, he still finds makeup artists. He still finds models to work with. And also, if he has a concept for a shoot and he feels like it doesn't really work in his area and he couldn't really find the perfect team for that photo shoot in his city, he's gladly able to on a commute to like his nearest major city, which is Toronto for him, right? Which is fine. Again, if you feel like you don't live in an area which is, has anyone, which is by the way, it's probably completely bullshit. Like, you probably could find a model or some sort of stylist or makeup artist in that area. But if you feel like you legit can't, you've tried your hardest, maybe it's then you want to commute to your nearest major city, which is probably not that far away from you. I've kind of alluded to it, but like, get to a point where you're not just working with models. Like, start by doing shoots with stylists and makeup artists and assistants and stuff like that. Like, scale up your photo shoots, because that is what's going to make your work look super professional and attract clients. You essentially want to replicate a professional and big photo shoot as much as possible with your limitations. So think about it, right? They have, on the big photo shoots, they have the stylists, they have the makeup artists, they have the assistants, they have all these people in there. Try to get as many people on your photo shoot as possible, which is, it's very doable. Like, I've done shoots before where it's completely free, no one's getting paid, no budget basically for the photo shoot, and I've been able to source like a team of like 8 people. People that I know. But even some of them people that I don't even know. I'm not like best friends with all the people, by the way. They're like people that I know of or mutual friends. And it's like, you'd be surprised how many people would want to work with you for free. Especially if you have a quite decent portfolio already, you can do that. Obviously, if you're just starting out and you haven't really taken that many photos or anything like that, and your portfolio isn't like that big or really have nothing on there, don't fixate and stress about trying to get a stylist and a makeup artist for every single one of your photo shoots. That's okay. If you want to just get a model, that's fine. That's what I did. For the most part, most of those shoots I did last year were just with just a model. But it did like eventually scale up to like, okay, getting assistants, getting a makeup artist, getting a stylist, getting a creative director, whatever. Like I was doing that sort of thing. You want to do one of these shoots like once a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe even twice a week, just as much as possible. Because the truth is, the only way you're going to be able to improve technically, like in your quality of your photos and everything else, is by actually going out there, by taking action and shooting. Like the reason why I feel like I'm so good at lighting and really good at like directing my models and I've got that experience is because I've got that experience. It's because I've spent like an entire year basically just doing so many shoots and making so many mistakes and learning from those mistakes and finding out new things through research and also just through personal experience. I don't really find it that difficult now to pose a model, to communicate and to be professional, to light my model or anything like that, because I have so much experience with it. Like, don't think the only way you're going to be able to get experience as a photographer is by getting loads of bookings and getting loads of paid shoots, because in those earlier stages, the only way you're going to be able to build up your experience as a photographer and your skills is by doing free shoots. And when I say shooting for free, I don't just mean going out there and just doing a bunch of free shoots and taking a bunch of random photos or random things. Like, pursue one genre, and that genre is your portrait and passion photography. Don't just do, oh, I'm going to start by pursuing, I'm going to start by shooting some street stuff. And that's not going to help you improve, in my opinion. Like, yeah, obviously you could indirectly improve your portrait photography by doing street photography, by doing whatever it is, like landscapes. But the only way you're actually going to improve your portrait photography is by doing portrait photography. And if you want to learn more about how you can build up a profitable photography business and how to monetize your portrait photography and create a portfolio that will attract clients and not just likes on Instagram, top link to the description below is my photography program, Photogenius University. Get access to courses that will give you the blueprint to building up a photography business. Like, I will literally tell you and teach you exactly, no matter what position that you're in, if you're a complete beginner, if you're more intermediate, like you're struggling landing your first couple of clients, or you've already landed a couple of clients but you don't know how to keep it going, or you're more advanced, it doesn't matter. This program is for you. I'm going to teach you exactly what type of work that you need to create, how to price yourself, everything like that. On top of that, we go on weekly calls so I can help you beyond the courses. I can answer any of your particular questions. Like, I will literally look at your portfolio. Like, we go on calls with the students in the program. We literally talk to each other about photography. We can have a fun chat about photography, but also we can literally look at your portfolio and be like, okay, create that work, don't do this, do that, fast tracking that process. And you won't need to do a whole years of experimenting like I did to find your style. If I had something like this when I first started and I had someone teaching me what type of work I need to create, I probably would have had to done like a couple of months of like experimenting, or even less than that, to finally create the work that I'm creating today. So if you want to speed up your progress and start by actually making money in this business model, click the top link below. I want to see you inside the program, check it out. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this useful. Click on any of these videos here to learn more about portrait photography. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.